So, okay, welcome sa vlog po. Ito nga pala yung overview ng nangyayari sa topic natin. Ito yung how CPU works, and then evolution of CPU nung sa part 1 pati part 2, part 4, and then overview of GPU, then SAT1 operation, and SAT1 programming. So, punta muna tayo sa how CPU works. Okay. So, how CPU works. The CPU is central processing unit is the brain of the computer responsible for processing instructions from software. It follows the cycle known as the fetch, decode, execute, and then store. Process, process to perform task efficiently. So, sa fetch is retrieves an instruction from memory and then interprets and then decode interprets what the instruction means. And then execute performs the operation like calculation and then data movement. Ganun. And then store. Save the result back into memory for future use. So, yan ang CPU. This cycle runs continuously, allowing the CPU to process billions of instructions per second, enabling smooth system operation. Yan ang CPU works. Then, kung naman tayo sa evolution ng CPU. So, Intel, yan, tayo sa PDF. So, magkano na, basahin ko yung dito. The evolution of CPU technology from the 1970s to the 1990 represent the remarkable journey of innovation driven by increasing demand of software and that need more efficient processing capability. This period saw the transition from simple task processing to complex multitasking architecture that laid the groundwork for modern computing. So, during the 1980s, CPU design became more sophisticated, incorporating features that allowed for multitasking improved memory management. The introduction of the Intel 80286 in 1982 marks a significant milestone as it was the first mass-produced processing to support multitasking through its protected mode. This allowed the operating system to manage memory more efficiently, providing a framework from during multiple processing concurrently while ensuring system stability and security. The 80286 protected mode enabled the use of virtual memory allowing program to operate as if they had access to the large memory space than was physically available. This was true recently for the growing complexity of software application which requires more memory and processing power. The ability to manage memory statement and enforce access permission helps prevent crashes and improve overall system reliability. So that's a 1980s evolution. So let's go to the rise of x86 architecture. So ito na yung 32-bit. The launch of the 80386 in 1985 further solidified the x86 structured dominance in the personal computing market. Within a 32-bit internal architecture and advanced memory management capability, the 886 could address up to 8 GB of RAM, a significant leap from the preceding source. This architecture maintained backward compatibility with early x86 processors, ensuring the smooth transition for software development and user alike. The The 886 also introduced virtual 8086 mode, allowing multiple real-mode environments to run simultaneously within protected mode. This, fe- this feature was particularly beneficial for running latency applications while taking advantage of the new multitasking capability. Yan ang rise of x86 architecture. So, next naman tayo. So, piping me and caching. Piping me and caching. And changing performance. As CPU speed increases the disparity between processor speed and memory access times become a bottleneck to address this technique, such as instruction pipelining and caching were developed. Pipeline allowed multiple instructions placed to the processing simultaneously increased to the like, throughput and reducing idle time within the CPU. This parallel processing flexibility became a hallmark of modern CPU design. Caching, on the other hand, involving small amount of high-speed memory to store frequently accessed data, reducing the need of fetch data from slower main memory. The implementation of cache memory significantly improved performance as a CPU could access data more quickly, minimizing the impact of memory access delay. So, instruction typing allowed overlap execution of multiple instructions, improving efficiently. And then cache memory store efficiently used data for access, faster access. And then, yung example niya is the Intel 486 introduction. Introduce a built-in cache making application like word processor and spreadsheet run fast. So, yeah. Meron din silang computation yung Motorola 68K. Yung Motorola 8000 series was competitor to excuse me, 86 is as early Apple Macintosh computer, and it has a 32-bit internal architecture but lack advanced memory management compared to Intel offerings. Example, the original Apple Macintosh from 1984 utilized a 68K processor for smooth graphics and graphical performance. And then, in talking of software development, the rise of graphic user interface called as GUIs and complex application required better CPU performance. The shift to preemptive multitasking in operation system like Windows 95 allows smoother task switching. Example niya, multitasking in Windows improves CPU supporting virtual memory and task management. Yeah. So, ito naman tayo sa overview of GPU. Overview of GPU. The overview of GPU designed for parallel processing handle graphics computing more pleasantly than CPUs. Example, yung mga gaming, ganyan, pagre-render ng mga uh, picture, more on 3D, ganyan. Okay. A graphic processing unit called as GPU is designed for parallel processing and handling graphical computation more efficiently than CPU. So, how GPU works? Para parallel processing, execute thousands of small tasks simultaneously. Yeah. And then, yung isa, rendering piping line. Convert 3D models into 2D image. And then, shaders. Handling lightning, texture, and visual effects. So, siya yung nagpapaganda ng yung nakikita natin sa mga graphics. Yan. So, example, a gaming GPU render complex environment in real time, ensuring smooth gameplay like Call of Duty or Fortnite or anything na game. Yung mga high smooth at high graphical. And then, meron din ginagamit din ng GPU for AI and machine learning. Use GPUs for data processing due to their ability to handle large dataset efficiently. So, yun. So, mas nakakatulong ito para mapabilis at hindi masyado loaded yung CPU ng magiging ng GPU. Okay, next. Naman tayo is SPA operations. So, as like I said, yung sa kung how CPU works, parang ganun din siya na may fetch, decode, and then execute, and then store. So, yung meaning ng SPA, you want as simple as possible computer. Yan, interesting. It's a basic model for understanding how a CPU function. It includes a control unit, memory, register, and ALU. So, yun nga. Instruction, yung fetch. Retrieves an instruction from memory, decode. A control unit interprets the instruction, execute the ALU performs arithmetic or logical operation, and then store. The result is saved back to the memory. So, ito yung example niya. If SAP1 is programming to add two numbers, it fetch value from memory, adds them using the ALU, and store the result. So, yun nga. And then, ito naman tayo sa SLP1 programming. Yung example niya. Ah, hmm, so, SAP1 user machine level instructions stored in memory. Example program. Adding two numbers in SAP1. 1. Load the first number into register B, and then number 2. Load the second number into accumulation. And then number 3. Perform addition. And then number 4. Store the result back into memory. So, ayun na, nakikita natin sa PDF yung ito yung program niya. So, LAD1 XOXO1 load value from memory, and then yung add 0x02, add another value, and then STA 0x03 store value result in memory, and then HLT stop executing. So, yun. Yung conclusion ko dito, the evolution of CPU is sample processing of multitasking architecture is significantly shaped modern computing. GPU has transformed graphically processing and AI computation, while SAP1 provides fundamental insight into CPU operation. Understanding those technology helps in grasping of how modern computers perform complex tasks recently. So, and then that's all my report. Thank you for listening. So, goodbye. Bye.